You're styling your bob haircut wrong, and it's quietly aging your entire look. I know that might sound a little harsh, but the truth is, the very haircut that once made you feel polished and pulled together could now be working against you. Maybe you've noticed it already. Your bob doesn't fall the same way anymore. The shape feels off. The volume disappears by noon, and no matter how much you tweak or tame it, you end up pulling it back again. But let me reassure you, it's not your age, it's not even your hair, it's how you're styling it. The classic bob is timeless, but that doesn't mean the way we've always styled it should stay frozen in time. As we age, everything about us subtly shifts. Our skin softens, our bone structure refines, and yes, even our hair changes texture, density, and bounce. What worked for you at 45 might now feel heavy, harsh, or completely out of sync with who you are today. And that's the key, syncing your hairstyle with your current self. Styling your bob after 50, or 60, or 70 isn't about chasing youth. It's about honoring your elegance, elevating the version of you that has grown stronger, softer, and more confident over time. Hair, for many women, is deeply emotional. It carries memory, identity, even intimacy. It's the part of you your grandchild curls into, the reflection of who you've been, and the signal of who you are now. So today, I'm going to share 5 professional secrets, small changes that can completely transform how your bob lifts your face, flatters your features, and supports your presence. These aren't trendy tricks. They're timeless techniques rooted in understanding the beauty of evolving gracefully. If you've been feeling like your hair just doesn't work anymore, I promise you're not stuck. Let's reimagine your bob not as a throwback, but as a fresh statement of confidence, elegance, and you. Let's start with the number one mistake I see women over 50 make with their bob haircut, flattening it. Every time you blow dry your hair downward, brush it flat, or press it into place, you're not just losing volume, you're dragging your entire face down with it. Here's the truth most stylists won't say out loud. Mature faces need lift, not artificial height, not stiff backcombing, but gentle, natural volume that opens your features and gives your entire profile structure. Volume at the roots is not just a preference, it's geometry. It frames the face, adds lightness, and restores that bounce we all miss from our younger years. But here's where things go wrong. Most women grab a hairdryer, aim the heat from above, and smooth everything down. What does that do? It flattens the crown and eliminates the very lift your face needs. The result? A tired, weighed down look, even with the best haircut. The fix: blow dry against the grain. Section the crown of your hair into small parts, use a round brush, and lift each section up while drying from underneath. Always aim the heat at the roots, not from above, but from below, to create gentle elevation. This one change can instantly reshape your whole silhouette, and product matters. Skip the heavy sprays and gels, they weigh down fine or aging hair. Instead, try a lightweight mousse or a root-lifting foam specifically designed for mature hair. You only need a touch. The goal isn't volume for drama, it's volume for balance. Even just an inch of lift at the crown can soften your jawline, brighten your eyes, and give you that put together without trying too hard look, even on casual days. Because here's the truth. Flat hair makes your cut look tired. Lifted roots, they say alive, vibrant, and confident. So tomorrow, when you reach for your blow dryer, ask yourself, am I pressing my hair down or am I lifting it up? Choose up. It's the direction your beauty wants to go. If you've ever asked your stylist for a classic bob, chances are you've walked out with a one-length cut. It's clean, it's neat, and yes, it's one of the most requested bob styles in salons. But here's the truth. What's considered classic can also be completely unflattering once you pass a certain age. Why? Because a one-length bob creates a heavy horizontal line across your face. When you were younger, that line helped define your features. But as we age and naturally lose volume in the cheeks and jawline, that same blunt edge starts to work against us. It emphasizes the very areas we're trying to soften. The result: a harsh frame that pulls attention downward and adds visual weight to the lower face, where we often lose definition most with age. What your face needs now is movement, grace, lightness. That doesn't mean a choppy, trendy shag. We're not talking about edgy layers that scream makeover. We're talking about soft, intentional shaping, like subtle graduation at the back, face framing layers at the front, or a gentle A-line that's slightly longer near the chin. These techniques draw the eye upward, restore balance, and introduce air and fluidity into your silhouette. Think of it like tailoring a jacket. A straight, boxy cut may hide the body, but a little shaping enhances what's already beautiful. The same goes for your hair. The right layers can soften the lines around your neck, lift your jaw visually, and bring energy back to your look. A modern bob with tailored layers doesn't look trendy. It looks thoughtful, elevated, effortless. It says, I know who I am, and I'm not trying to be younger. I'm just being my best self now. So, if your bob has been stuck in that same one-length shape for the last 10 or 20 years, it might be time to let go of the box. Hair should move with you, not freeze your look in time. And once you feel the difference in how it falls, flows, and frames your face, you'll wonder why you didn't make the change sooner. Let's talk about something almost no one warns you about until it's too late. Your old hair color, the one you've been loyal to for decades, might now be draining your face. Maybe it's that same warm brunette from your 40s, or a platinum blonde you've kept to blend the grays. But here's the hidden truth. As we age, our skin loses warmth and elasticity, and the shades that once lit up your face can now do the opposite, casting shadows, highlighting fine lines, and making your complexion look dull or tired, even when you're feeling great. The mistake many women make: they either go darker, thinking it adds richness, or lighter, hoping it hides the gray. But extreme contrast, jet black or icy blonde, only exaggerates the signs of aging. It can make redness, pigmentation, or fine lines stand out, rather than blend gently into the skin. So what's the solution? Work with your skin tone, not against it. Instead of covering everything with a flat, harsh color, try adding depth and dimension. Think soft golden highlights, caramel lowlights, or a delicate face-framing gloss. These tones reflect light back onto your face, brighten your features, and soften your overall look, without shouting for attention. A technique like a color melt or a root shadow can also gracefully blend gray hair, so you're not constantly chasing regrowth. And here's something important. Gray isn't your enemy. When blended thoughtfully, silver and gray tones can act like a soft focus filter, bringing a cool elegance that's modern, empowering, and surprisingly flattering. If you haven't had a professional color consultation in the past 5 years, now is the time. Because at this stage of life, color shouldn't be about hiding age. It should be about reflecting your presence, your glow, your confidence, your now. So don't chase the color you had at 40. Chase the color that makes your skin come alive today. A flattering hue doesn't just change your hair, it lifts your mood, your outfit, even your energy in the mirror. You've probably heard the phrase, the bob suits everyone. And while it's true that a bob can be incredibly flattering, it's not one size fits all. One of the biggest mistakes women over 50 make is ignoring their face shape when choosing their bob. And as we age, this becomes even more critical. Why? Because our facial proportions change subtly over time. Cheeks lose volume, the jawline softens, and overall symmetry may shift. That bob you loved in your 40s, it might now be highlighting all the wrong areas. So let's break it down. Here's how to tailor your bob to your beautiful, evolving features. Round face. If your cheeks are full and the width of your face is close to its height, a blunt bob at the chin can make your face look even rounder. Instead, go slightly below the chin and ask for gentle layers. A side part also adds length and breaks up the circular symmetry. Square face, strong jawlines, and broad foreheads need softening, not emphasizing. A heavy one-length cut can feel boxy. Choose a layered or angled bob that tapers toward the front. It softens the angles and creates a graceful flow. Long or rectangular face. If your face is more vertical, a long straight bob will only elongate it more. Try a shorter bob with side volume, or even soft bangs to break up the length and restore balance. Heart-shaped face, wider at the forehead and narrow at the chin. Opt for a bob that curves gently inward at the jaw and adds volume toward the lower part of the face. This enhances harmony and draws attention to the eyes and cheekbones. The takeaway: don't just walk into the salon and say, "Give me a bob." Say, "Give me a bob that fits me, my face, my bone structure, and my energy today." Because when your haircut respects your shape, everything else comes into alignment. Your smile, your posture, even your makeup. And most importantly, you'll look and feel like yourself again. Only better. Let's talk about the styling rut. You know the one: same part, same blow dry, same hairspray routine for the last 10 or 15 years. It's comforting, right? You know what works. But here's the honest truth: what used to work might now be working against you. Many women over 50 fall into a styling trap, holding on to habits that age the face instead of lifting it. For example, parting the hair in the same place for decades, especially a dead center or flat side part, can drag your features down over time. Over-straightening your hair removes bounce and movement, making your face appear more tired or drawn. Too much hairspray or stiffness. That helmet head effect can age you faster than a few gray hairs ever could. Here's the shift. Styling in midlife and beyond isn't about looking done. It's about looking alive. Try this instead. Flip your part slightly to the other side, or soften it with a zigzag or finger tousle. A subtle change like this adds instant lift to your face. Embrace texture, whether through gentle waves, a volumizing mousse, or a layered blow dry. Hair that moves makes you look younger, period. Skip the crunchy hold. Go for a soft, flexible spray or a light texturizing cream. Let your hair sway. Let it breathe. If your hair is thinning, as many women's does after 50, don't hide it with flat styles. Use root lifting techniques like a round brush at the crown or blow drying upside down to create volume and life at the scalp. Here's a little secret from top stylists. Even just using fingers instead of a brush for the final styling touch makes a world of difference. It softens the overall look, adds a casual elegance, and stops things from feeling too rigid or severe. Bottom line: don't let your styling habits stay stuck in time, because you've evolved and your hair should reflect that. Let go of what once worked. Step into what works now, with lightness, texture, and a little extra confidence. Let's talk volume, because too little or too much can be the fastest way to age your overall silhouette. Many women over 50 unknowingly choose flat styles that hug the scalp. The intention? To keep things sleek or manageable. But here's the problem. Flat hair makes your features look heavier and draws attention downward, especially when gravity is already working hard enough on its own. On the flip side, too much volume in the wrong places, like overly teased crowns or stiff bouffants, can date your look by decades, turning elegance into exaggeration. So how do you strike the perfect balance? Here's the secret: strategic lift, not everywhere, just where it matters most, at the crown. A little height here lengthens the neck, lifts the profile, and makes the entire face appear more open. Around the temples and cheekbones, volume here subtly lifts the face visually, balancing any softening around the jawline or under eyes. Try using a root volumizing spray or light mousse, then blow dry with a round brush focused at the roots, not the ends. Or use Velcro rollers at the crown for 10 minutes, while you do your makeup. No heat, no damage. If you wear your hair short or layered, volume becomes even more essential. Avoid sharp angles that collapse at the sides. Instead, ask your stylist for graduated layers that lift and support the natural movement of your hair. This gives the illusion of more structure and youthfulness without adding weight. And here's a bonus tip. Even parting your hair slightly off-center with added lift at the root can change your entire silhouette. It's like a mini facelift. No needles required. Volume isn't about size, it's about placement. And when it's done right, your hairstyle does more than just sit there. It sculpts, lifts, and transforms your presence. So don't be afraid to let your hair breathe upward. Because the right volume in the right place doesn't just flatter, it empowers. Let's talk about bangs, a style choice that's either your best friend or your worst enemy after 50. So many women turn to bangs thinking, I need to hide my forehead lines, or bangs will make me look more youthful. And while that can be true, the wrong kind of fringe can do the exact opposite. Here's what often goes wrong. Heavy, blunt bangs that fall straight across the forehead tend to box in your face, visually shorten it, and draw attention to any drooping around the eyes or cheeks. Overly thick or flat bangs can make the top half of your face appear wider and heavier, which in turn makes your lower face look saggy. And let's not forget bangs that are too short, those micro fringes that expose everything you're trying to soften. They can feel edgy, but often just look severe. So what's the better way? Choose soft, wispy bangs that gently blend into your hairstyle. Think feathered edges, movement, and a little side sweep. These kinds of bangs do three powerful things: create the illusion of lifted cheekbones, soften forehead lines without looking like you're hiding, open up your eyes instead of closing in your expression. Another trick: go for curtain bangs. They frame your face like drapery, subtle, flattering, and very French. Curtain bangs elongate the face and can even help disguise a receding hairline or sparse temples. And always remember, your face shape matters. Round face, choose angled or side-swept bangs. Square face, go for soft, arched bangs that curve slightly. Long face, curtain or layered full bangs work best to bring balance. The key isn't just in having bangs, it's in having the right bangs for you. And the best part? With the right fringe, your hairstyle won't just hide, it will highlight the best parts of your face. Now that we've talked about what to avoid, let's step into the exciting part, what actually works. Because here's the truth. After 50, your hair has the power to either drag your features down or lift your whole appearance up. And the right cut makes all the difference. Let's start with facelifting shapes. These are styles that draw the eye upward and create structure without being harsh. Think layered lobs, long bobs with face framing angles, soft shag cuts with texture and movement, mid-length cuts that hit at the collarbone with light layering. Why are these so effective? They open up your neckline, emphasize your bone structure, and add dimension to thinning hair without adding bulk in the wrong places. Another favorite, the asymmetrical bob. Slightly longer on one side, it creates natural lift and visual energy. Paired with subtle highlights around the face, it's modern, confident, and incredibly flattering. Now let's talk about volume, but not the kind you remember from the 80s. We're going for strategic volume, lift at the crown, soft layering that creates movement around the cheeks and jaw texture that mimics natural youthfulness, not stiffness. And here's a subtle detail that makes a world of difference. Tucking one side of your hair behind the ear. It reveals your cheekbone, your earrings, and gives a playful, lifted look. Small change, big impact. What about color? If your natural color is starting to feel dull, consider a multi-dimensional tone. Sandy blonde with warm lowlights, chestnut with golden ribbons, salt and pepper with silver balayage. These tones reflect light, brighten your skin, and help you look instantly refreshed without needing drastic changes. The goal isn't to chase trends, it's to find the style that reflects your power, your softness, your sophistication. Because when your haircut is working with your face, not against it, people stop seeing your age. They just see you, vibrant, confident, and beautifully put together. Let's pause for a moment and ask something deeper. What does your hair say about you? Because the truth is, hair isn't just style, it's identity. It's how we express power, femininity, freedom, rebellion, or grace, sometimes all at once. As women over 50, we're often told to tone it down, act our age, or stop trying too hard. But that kind of thinking is outdated. You've lived, you've loved, you've led, and now you get to define what elegance looks like for you. And yes, your hairstyle plays a big role in that. Think about it. Have you ever walked out of a salon with a cut that just felt right? Not because it followed the latest trend, but because it reflected who you are now. That moment of looking in the mirror and thinking, that's me, that's who I've become. That's the power of a well-chosen style. It doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you walk into a room. That's why everything we've talked about so far, the mistakes to avoid, the cuts that lift, the color that flatters, it's not really about vanity, it's about alignment. Bringing the outside into harmony with the woman you are inside, strong, wise, radiant. So instead of asking, does this make me look younger? Start asking, does this make me feel more like myself? Because the most elegant women aren't the ones chasing trends or hiding flaws. They're the ones who own their presence. And that kind of confidence, it's magnetic. It lifts your style more than any cut or color ever could. Let me tell you a little secret. The most beautiful, magnetic, unforgettable women I've ever met. They weren't in their 20s, they weren't chasing youth. They were in their 50s, 60s, even 70s. And they had something far more powerful than smooth skin or perfect features. They had presence. They walked into a room and you just knew they were comfortable in their skin. Their hair wasn't trying too hard. It was elegant, effortless, aligned with who they were becoming, not who they used to be. And that, my dear, is the ultimate makeover. Not trying to look like your younger self, but becoming your most authentic, polished, and powerful self. So let's rewrite the narrative. You are not too old to wear a bold haircut. You are not too old to try a new color. You are not too old to start again, glow again, or finally feel stunning in your own way. Because the rules, they were never written for women like you, women who have raised families, built careers, survived heartbreaks, and found grace through it all. Now is the time to do it for you. Cut off the weight, literally and emotionally. Try that bob you've always admired. Soften your edges with layers that frame your strength, not your age. Add that shimmer of light around your face because you deserve to shine. Style isn't about hiding, it's about revealing your essence, your story, your evolution. So whether you go silver, caramel, jet black, or warm gold, whether you wear it pixie short or soft and shoulder grazing, just remember, you're not trying to look young, you're trying to look like you, the woman you've earned the right to become. If this message resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend, leave a comment, and most importantly, look in the mirror today and say, I still got it. Because you do.